Hello everyone, xHedra here, bringing you episode 45 of Forever Stranded, a mod pack by Gaming with Sheridan. So if you've seen the last episode, I had a major derp and didn't record my voice, and that's because I had disabled the mic by muting it by mistake. Took me a long while to figure that out, but it's finally been figured out. So let's quickly review what was done in the last episode. So one of the first thing I did is I changed the DERP 1.0 farm so that the dirt would come in this drawer instead of directly going into this submission station. Because as you can see, I don't know what the conditions are, but it keeps resetting, and so I don't know how many thousands of dirt I've lost in not being submitted properly. I also crafted my second big reactor that I placed right here so that I could finally start connecting the two. And I made everything ready, and I even crafted an extra infinite water source to put water inputs. And I put 6 because basically each one can input 100 millibucket per tick. And we're going to need up to potentially 600 millibucket for the steam turbine. I'm not going to turn it right now because I just want to continue going around. The next thing that I did was this netherrack lava line, and I went crazy. It's just lava, 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 which I then throw into a ender chest. An ender liquid tank, but they register it as an ender chest, which brings it back here. And I did that because I could add more if I wanted to. And so this is slowly filling with lava, and once it's filled, puts a redstone, which creates a netherrack, which comes into here to be crushed and fills this. So now we've been getting a lot more of these resources. I'm going to just take that out and send this to cook, the titanium dust, because today we need to move forward with our crafting. Wow. I have to take some out of this and put this in. I just wanted to make sure that I was able to craft the big reactor and all of the items that I wanted. Let's quickly look at the titanium, how much we have. Titanium, we have 21 ingots. So it's not a crazy amount, plus the 18, but we should be good enough for the craft. And today, we're going to need to craft a lot of machine. And the first one that we're going to craft is the metal press. The metal press is from Heavy Engineering, and I'm going to need my manual and, I already have a Heavy Engineer block. So this is the metal press. And that's the last thing I had looked at the last time because I wanted to craft it, and I abandoned the idea of crafting this because I told myself that we could craft everything fairly easy. The problem is these. I'm going to show you right now. These titanium gear. They take 4 titanium rod, a titanium ingot, and 2 titanium plate. So that's 1 titanium, 2 titanium, 3 titanium, and these 4 are crafted with 3, so another 3. So we're basically talking about 6 titanium every one time we want to make a gear. So the solution for that is you can also press it with only 4. And it's the same thing with the steel and the titanium, aluminum, and all of the other one. You save a lot of time and metal from using this. And this machine is fairly easy to craft. Basically, we need 2 steel scaffolding, 1 redstone engineering block, 1 piston, oh my god, 2 conveyor belt, and a heavy engineering block, which is the most expensive of all the parts, but we had already made one in a set of 2 in the previous craft. So let's get started on this craft right now by going downstairs. I just want to make sure that I add everything. So I'm going to do a quick stop here to make sure we're crafting enough steel. And yeah, we have as much as we can ongoing, so there's nothing really to empty or fill in here. And I also want to check if I have any leather. I'm afraid I might be out of leather. Let me quickly check. And my leather, where is it? Let me just check through the ME system because this is taking too long. Leather. So no, I have a leather problem, so I'm going to resolve it right now by making more leather. And this is something that, or I could kill a couple of cow. That's savage, but it works. Let's just go do that quickly. And while we're there, let's feed them. You know, if you're going to kill some, you better make some. How much wheat do I have? Okay, enough. I'll just take a stack. So let's quickly get some leather. Let's first breed them all. And I love the breeding super frame. Like, this is super easy to do. And now just victim number 1. Nope. So the bad thing about the cow is that they're really fast. They don't like being handled, I guess, or processed. But that should be enough. I just want to make 2 conveyor belt. And yeah, that's good. Wait, I didn't grab them. They're probably in here. Ooh, only 1. Come on. Okay, so this is... I was expecting to get a little bit more. Let me just empty this as much as I can. And let's see, maybe Betsy over here is going to give me some. Let me check again, and nope. Wow. These cow are really not leather rich. The back effect on this is bad. Okay, last try. You, give me a leather. Yes, perfect. So I have the 2 leather that I need to cut them into cut strips of leather. Perfect. So let's create the metal press quickly, just so that we can move forward with this. And I'm going to throw all of this in. And the wheat and all of this. Perfect. So cut leather first. How do I make the cut leather again? I think it's with... I'm missing the name. Oh, this. Perfect. So let's craft as much of this cut leather as we can. And from the cut leather, I'll just make some conveyors. And 1 set of conveyor. Perfect. So this is done. Now we need the steel scaffolding. Steel scaffolding. Like so. I'm just going to craft... Nope, not a revolver barrel. Some steel scaffolding. We need 2, but this is going to give us 6. That's good enough. We need a piston. Piston, like so. This is easy also. And then we need the redstone engineering block, which is also a very easy craft. Redstone engineering block right here, like this, and it gives us 2. So we're ready to put the machine down. Let's go put it down. And this is kind of the same process as the advanced rocketry, with only one difference is that it doesn't overlay it. It just shows you. So first level is the 2 steel scaffolding and the redstone. Let me put this machine, I'll put it right here. So steel scaffolding, redstone block. Then if you look at the manual, it shows us, and you can pause this. You can say stop, and then you can just go by level. Oh, no, sorry. You can pause it, and then I thought you could decide which level you wanted to see. Oh, perfect. Sorry, I was in the wrong mode. So first level, and then you go next level, and shows you need 2 going in this direction. So let's put the 2 conveyor belt facing the right way. So 1 going this way and 1 going that way. Then we need the piston, and the piston is not going to place properly. But that's easily fixed with a little whack of... It's easily fixed with the whack of the wrench if we have one on us. Does this wrench work? I'm guessing not. I'm just going to... Oh, yes, it does. Perfect. So you have to put it facing downward. Absolutely. Like, there's no... You can't put it in a different position. We're also going to need a hammer to transform the machine afterward. And we end with the heavy engineering block on top. But now this machine, it's not ready yet. We need an engineer's hammer, which we keep crafting more and throwing them in here, but I need one to be able to complete the craft. We don't need this anymore, so I'll just throw it in there for now. And you use the hammer and you just go 1 whack. Et voila, this is a metal press. The beauty of a metal press is that it lets you craft multiple different things. But with the rods recipe that we have, it wasn't very useful to create one. But for the gear, we really do need one. So let's quickly make a gear cast. And to make a gear cast, not a gear cast, a gear plate, metal press mold type gear. First, we need some steel plates. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. And then we need at least one gear. So let's make the cheapest gear that we can, the iron gear. And let's take our steel plate and put it around here. Steel plate, like this. And then I'm going to show you how wonderful this is. Because now, for my craft, I have the list of everything we're going to need to craft today. But I know that for my craft, I'm going to need 4 titanium gear and 2 titanium aluminum gear. So let's just get my titanium quickly. And let's get some titanium aluminum dust that we're going to need to cook. I thought we had some cooked, but I guess not. And I'll just take this. I'll just check quickly again. Titanium aluminum, no. So let's just wait 2 seconds to get some of these. No, it's going to take a little bit longer, so let's go show you. So now that you have a press, and why is this off? Perfect. Now that we have the mold, we just put it on top here. And then we need to throw the resource on this. So you just go like this and you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There's a better way of doing it, but for now, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First rule of any heavy machinery, power it up. If you don't power it up, it's not going to work really well. So, yeah. Okay, let's just give it some power. And the only thing with this is that you need to have a connector from engineering. So I'm not gonna need it a lot, so I'm just gonna put this here quickly to be able to put a connector on it like this. Shift, and then a connector on top of this, and then a wire between here to there, and now it's powered. Perfect. And immediately it took my ingot and it's making my gear, and voila, 1 gear. So I said we needed 4 of these gears, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The moment it has enough, it just grabs it and press 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And this should be all of the gears that we need. And this, we save 2 titanium per. So unless you're swarmed with titanium and you don't really care, I strongly suggest that you do it like this. So now that this is done, let me explain to you the rest of the craft, okay? So that we can go through all of the steps required for the craft. I'm going to grab this hollow projector. So basically, if I look at the quest in Moving Worlds, we need to craft the launch pad. And we need 10 launch pad, 1 fueling station, and 1 unmanned vehicle assembler. I'm going to make 2 fueling station and enough launch pad to craft 2 launch pad because I want to be able to leave the planet where I'm going. So the launch pad are fairly easy. They just require some concrete and some water. I'm just going to go and grab some water quickly. With those buckets, and you know what, I just have it here upstairs, so it shouldn't take long. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm grabbing 4 because I want to make more than less concrete. And I've already did some research in my other world about the best recipe for concrete, and I think that the best recipe for concrete, the most easy one to do in my opinion, is the one from Immersive Engineering. The only problem with this is that it never gives you. Let me go to the other page. I don't know if this is a bug with JEI, but oh, no, not the right recipe. This one, perfect. So see this one, the slide that we don't know what to do with? This recipe basically gives us 12 every time. So very quickly I can get up to 48 with 4 buckets of water, which is what I really like about this recipe, and it's using the slide that I have nothing to do with. So for the launch pad, we also need some dandelion yellow. So let me get some yellow. And this is another reason why you need the squid farm in the beginning. Because basically, I'm going to search it, but I know the recipe by heart because it's an easy recipe. It's an ink sac and a dandelion yellow. And I'm going to make 24 launch pad block for now. So that's going to cover the 10 that we need for our quest. So now if I go to the quest, this part is done. Then I need the fueling station. And the fueling station, like I told you, I want to make 2. So fueling station, right here. I'm going to need all of this times 2. And I'm going to show you the unmanned vehicle assembler right here. The unmanned vehicle assembler needs the titanium aluminide gear and rod with a rocket assembling machine. But when we go to another planet, we're not going to go with an unmanned vehicle. We're going to go with a rocket. So we're also going to need a rocket assembling machine if we want to go to another planet. So I want to use one of these to make the quest, but I want one of these for myself. So we're going to need to craft 2 of those, and that's why we needed the 4 titanium gear. And we're going to need 4 titanium rod. But then crafting those is not enough. We need to have some fuel, and we need to have a spacesuit. And for the fuel, we're going to need to craft an electrolyzer like this, which needs some basic circuits, okay? And we also need a, now I'm missing the name. We need an electrolyzer, and we need a chemical reactor. Chemical reactor, which also has a similar recipe where it needs some of the standard stuff and 2 more basic circuits. So we need 4 basic circuits. But the basic circuit are made with a basic circuit plate and a cutting machine, which we already have. But the basic circuit plate is crafted in a precision assembler with redstone and gold. So now we also need a precision assembler. That's what I told you in the last time. You just need so many machines to be able to do all of this. So we need a precision assembler, which needs a steel gear and all of these. So now we have these 3 big machines to make. So I already created a list of everything that we need. So I'm just going to come right here, and I'm going to do the standard deal where I'm going to, while I'm talking, you're now seeing the list of everything that we need for the chemical reactor, for the precision assembler, for the electrolyzer, and my list also includes everything that we need for a 2 fueling station, the unmanned, and the rocket assembly. Because now we're going to start crafting a ton of things. So first in my list are tin plate. So we're going to need 6 tin plate. I have some tin ingot here, and I put my hammer away. So now I'm going to need to get my hammer back. Right here, perfect. So 6 tin plate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll just throw it in there. And then I need 2 10 steel plate. So let me find steel right here. No, not electrical steel, real steel. So 10 steel plate like this, and then we're going to need some steel rods. So let me grab that back, and we're going to need, let's just make 16, 20. We should be good. Then we're going to need some steel gears also. I think if I remember properly, we need 4 steel gear. So let's just take the 16 steel ingot, and let's go throw them on our contraption right here. And it's just going to craft, here's 1 gear, 2 gear, and I think it's only like 2 or 3 per gear because I throw a lot in there and it's not using all of them. And I'm just going to go here and grab everything that it crafted. So 16 gave me 4. So no, it's 4. So it's the same quantity as for the titanium. So let's come back in here, and I'll throw all of these in. And for the rod, okay, I want to check quickly the rod because 3 gives us 4. 1 would give us 2. So yeah, it is also worth doing for this. So let's grab some steel again, and we'll just craft a steel plate like so. 4 steel plate, even though we already have some. It's just I don't want to use the one that we have because we've already counted them for a recipe. So let me do the metal press mold like this, and let's go put this in the machine. And basically, I think if you just click it in, it replaces and gives you the other one. So we're going to need 4. So 1 gives us 2. That would be 3, 4. So that should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I even made 6. Okay, so I made too many, but it doesn't really matter. It's not super expensive. But there is another thing that we forgot to do. We forgot to make the one for the titanium aluminide. The titanium aluminide. Yeah, that's the term. So let's go make some of these also. We'll need, I don't know how many we'll need. So let's just craft 1 set, 2 set. I'll make 4 set, 3 set. And that should be the 4th set. Yeah. And now I'm going to change to the metal gear, and we'll also make 4 sets of the metal gear. I'm just going to throw a bunch on there and go catch everything on the other side. So that gave me 8, and 1, and 2, and 3. I'm just going to wait for the 4th one. No, I don't have enough for the 4th one, so another one. Perfect. So that's going to be 4. So you guys, you see this machine is very useful. And what I usually do when I make this machine is I put some rack in front of it so that I can put my plate all in front. Let me check quickly. Oh, out of range. I really want to get my booster at some point. Wood, maybe? If I search for wood, yeah. So let me just go like this, which is going to give me 2. So I'm just going to make one more recipe of this, and I'm going to create 4 drying rack. And I told you I like getting organized, and I like having my machine all in the right place. So then you can do this, and you can also shift click to remove it, to put it right here. So I usually craft all of the metal mold that I need, and I put it like this, which I find is a very convenient and clean way of putting things away. So now we have to continue with the craft, and it should get much faster because we know exactly what we need. We're going to need some copper dust. So let's grab some copper, copper dust, I think it's called. So I'll throw these in. We're going to also need some gold dust. But we need, let's make 32 gold dust, because a worst case scenario, we can recook them. We need some gold plate also. So let's hammer in a couple of gold plate. 1, 2, 3, 4. And perfect. So now we can start crafting everything that we want. For the first thing, we need some liquid tank. Okay, so we're going to need, if I remember correctly from my list, I'm just trying to pull it up. We need 6 liquid tank. So the liquid tank are crafted like this, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With the mold, I made not enough. Steel, and I have so much steel, I don't know why I'm bothering with creating the minimum that I need. I'm just going to craft like 32 of these and put them in here. And for the rod, I'm going to do the same thing and craft 32. Oh, 40. I should have stopped a bit earlier. And let's go with another. So we need 6 steel. We need some machine structure. And so we need a lot of machine structure. We have 11 right now, and we're going to need 27 for the basic builds, and we're going to need another 10, so 31. At least they're not expensive. Okay, so I need some iron rod first, obviously. These, because these are less expensive, and again, let's make 32 of these so I don't miss a lot. 23, 27, 31, 35. So we're good. I don't want to overcraft it because it wouldn't be good. So we need 3 fluid output hatch. So 3. These are input. We need 3 input and 3 output. So let's do these first, and then I'll just switch this around, and we'll do the 3 fluid output right after. We also need input hatch. I already have an input hatch, perfect. So we needed 1 input hatch. We need 2 output hatch. Let's do the input power since we're here already. For the input power, we need we need 7, I think, input power. No, 5. And I need the battery first, and the battery needs some tin plate again. So I didn't make enough tin plate the first time. So I need 4 times 5, so I need 20. Let me put the 20 in the system. And the 6 that we did originally are the 6 to build the fueling station in the machine like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Let's throw that in here. And now I need to put 4 more in there. 4 more in there, and like this. And that gives us the 5 that we need. Perfect. So we have the 5 power input. We have the 3 fluid input, 3 fluid output. We have the 2 output hatch. We have the 2 input hatch. We need 2 copper coil. Copper coil. Copper coil. Right here, we need 2. 1, 2 of these. And then we need the enhanced motors. So that's where I'm not sure that I have enough resource, because the enhanced motor requires some titanium plate. So I need 3 of them. So I need 6 plate and 9 plate. So let me get my titanium. And I should be more than good enough. Perfect. Now this is very positive. I'm not going to have any issue. And the plates are made in this machine that I need to just dump in the back here. and hope that I have enough water. Just let's not take any chance, and let's just put some water in. So 1, 2, just let's refill it. That's why I put the tank there. And I had put the tank there because I didn't know how to connect it, but I found how to connect it. So as part of probably this episode, I'll connect it and show you how to connect it. Let me just check. I should have, that's my 8. I'm just waiting for my 9th plate. Perfect. So this build, once you have all of the machine and all in the right place, this goes a lot faster. So enhanced motor right here. We're going to need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we should be able to craft our 3 enhanced motor. See, like it's good having a list and building everything that you need in one go. So now we have all of the part to assemble the machine except for the basic circuit. So the precision assembler is going to be the first thing that we need to do. But for the precision assembler, we need some other parts. So user interface like this, we're going to need 5 of these. So let's get 10 lime dust and let's craft the 5 user interface. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I put them back in here because I need to transform them, and I dropped my goal. So let's just replace the copper with the gold in here and place the copper in here. We're going to need to create some circuit board, and as you know, the circuit board requires some slabs. So let's craft a couple of slabs and put them in here. Perfect. So now we need the circuit board, and I'm just going to search circuit board, and it's going to bring me all of the potential one that we need. So we want 4 liquid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we needed the item one. The control. And the control one needs the copper. That's the one that we need 7. So 7, and then we need the item IO, which requires the gold. And I have 20, so I should have enough. Let's search circuit board again. So for the gold circuit board like this, we needed 2 item IO. Oh, and I'm out of plate. So what's the plate for an item board? It's iron plate again. So iron, and let's break this. Put 32 right here and do as much as the hammer will let us. 16. Let's make another hammer right now because if we need one, I don't want to be stuck without one. We always are using so many of them. So 1 in the system and 1 in my stuff. Let's continue with the circuit board. So circuit board item, we need another one. So now that we have all of the circuits that we need, we can start building the thing, but I also know from my list that I need a redstone torch. So let's make 1 redstone torch right now. And I also need a redstone repeater. Oh, 2 more redstone torch. 2 more redstone torch with my repeater like this. Perfect. And what's the next thing? I need a steel gear. Do I still have gear? I still have, I have some steel gear from before. So yes, I'm good on the steel gear department. And I need some basic circuit, which I don't have, which is the last part that I don't have. So let's craft the machine that we can. So the precision assembler machine is like this. We need 1 furnace and we need 1 dropper. And now we should be able to build this 1 machine. Perfect. Then we wanted, I'm just going to show you again quickly. We wanted to craft the, what are the other machine? Not the precision assembler. That's the one that we've made. The chemical reactor. So chemical reactor right here. We have everything but those 2. So that's why we're stuck on that one. And the electrolyzer, it's the same thing. We can craft everything except these 2 right here. So let's go assemble the precision assembler. The precision assembler is a really nice machine. I find that it's beautiful. So let's put it right here, and 1, 2, I'll put it 3 away because, I have to select the right machine. Precision assembling machine, and it's not a small machine. So I wanted to put it 3 away, so that didn't work, and it's 4 large. So how is this going to look here? Yeah, it's not so bad. Okay, so let's put it here. So first, the precision assembler goes in this corner, and although you can do it pretty much any way you like, I just like having the order that I'm going to make right now. Oh, I forgot the output hatch. I needed 2 output hatch. Output hatch. We already had one here. Let's craft another one. So I just missed those when I went through my list of things to craft. So I like putting the input hatch first, and then the output hatch, and then the power. And if you see all of these other blocks, they're going to cycle and they can be machine structure. I'm going to go, nope, not that one. Let me just break it back and replace it with a machine structure. So basically I'll go machine structure, same thing here. And the first time I built this machine, I had some problem because I wanted to make it fast. Like I wanted to be super fast. So I made the better coils, but it doesn't work. This one absolutely needs copper coil. If you found a way of making it work, I'd appreciate knowing, but for me, I needed to do it with copper coil to get it to work. The second DERP that I did when I first built it in my first playthrough is that I thought that this was full all around. So I also need 2 glass, which is not going to be a problem. But if you look here, there's nothing in the center. It has to be empty. That's basically the heart of the machine where the things get assembled. So let's get some glass now. And I just need 2. So 2 glass that I'm going to put as the windows in the front. So here and here. And the last level is basically full machine structure. So now I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't believe that I miscrafted the number of machine structure. And at least it's an easy one of the recipes, so I can easily make some more. I feel I'm still going to miss some, and either I miscounted or I put the wrong list count, but you guys have the right list count because I always add that in afterward, and since I know what it needed to be, I'll put the right number. So look, this is a beautiful machine. It's a 3-step process machine, and I just find it super nice. So now we need to connect it. I'll just go across like this, and I'll bring it from under. Like this, and we need some power cables. 7. Oh, please tell me that it's enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew, okay, that's basically just enough to be able to connect it. Okay, so now that it's connected, we can craft the circuits. So do I have any basic circuit on me? No, I don't have any in my tech bag, but I've got some silicon wafer here. And I'm going to craft all of them. So gold, I'm going to grab... no, sorry, not all of them. I'm only going to make 6 because there are other type of circuit that we can craft. And redstone, also I'm going to get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the precision assembler, if I remember correctly, things need to be put in the right order. So if I look at what I can do with the silicon wafers in the precision machine is I can make, see, that's what I meant. We can make advanced circuitry. So the basic circuit plate needs gold, redstone, and silicon wafer. So I go in the input hatch and I put gold, redstone, and then the silicon wafer in the right order. And I'm going to start the machine and I'm going to show you the process. Puts the silicon wafer, engrave some redstone on it, and then press the gold on top of it. And in the output hatch, we get a basic circuit plate. And you saw, like, this is not fast, and it's considering that I have enhanced motor. So that's why I kind of wanted to make it as fast as possible. It's time 4. So if I had not done it the other way around, if I'd used a basic motor at ×1, this process would be 4 times longer. So this is our second. I'm waiting for the third. And I need 4 that we're going to put into the cutting machine. So I'm just waiting for the 4th one right now. Gimme. Perfect. Right here. And then we can go in the back here and put these in the input hatch of the cutting machine. And we're going to get some advanced, some basic circuit on the other side. And I think one makes, wow, we only needed to make 1. So now that we have everything to finish the craft, let's go in here and finish the craft. So now we can make the electrolyzer really easy like this. And we can make the chemical reactor right here like this. So now we have all of our machine. We're ready to finish the setup. And for this last setup, little surprise, I made a third infinite water source because I didn't want to be piping liquid from all over the place. So let's get this started right now. We're going to need some pipe, some liquid pipe, these one. And oh yeah, they need a copper sheet in the rolling machine. So let me get some copper, and I'm going to make 2. And the way you get these is that you go to your rolling machine and you put the copper in right here. And both of these copper are going to get rolled into copper plates. So one copper plate and then second copper plate. And now you put back the copper plate in the input, and this get rolled into the, I don't remember the name, so I'm just going to wait for them to arrive, the copper sheet. So it's a 2-step process, and these, each copper sheet gives us 32 fluid duct, liquid pipe. So 32 and 64. And I'm making a lot, but it's just easier like this. And now we need some lever. And that's the secret. That's the thing I didn't understand. To be able to pipe from these to turn them on or off, you basically need a liquid pipe. So these machines we're going to put around here. And I really don't want to, but I have to get rid of this machine. Not get rid. I need to place it somewhere else. So I'll just going to quickly destroy the water, which means that my speed upgrade is going to stop working, but it doesn't matter for now. I just placed it in a bad position, and I need to take it out because I want to continue with my machine. And in probably the next episode, I feel like finally getting my angel ring, even though I prefer my jetpack. So I'll probably build a lot more of those. And I'm just going to, I'm not going to place it right now. I don't need it right now. And before we set up the 2 machine, there's one thing I forgot to do. I forgot to do you a once around of this and connect them and start it. Because basically right now, these void ore miner could have been working the whole time. So see, the void ore miner here is gold. And this one here is blue. So this one is to help us get diamond and lapis. And this one is to help us get gold. So I'm just going to quickly connect this, as I should have started the episode with connecting this, but I forgot. So I have my large storage crate right here, and then Ender IO item conduit. No. Did I run out of those? Yeah. So I run out of Ender IO item conduit. I'm just going to check if there are some here. Conduit. No. So I need to craft some more. I do hope only 2. I hope I can do more. I don't want to have to wait for the... Oh, yeah, perfect. Hopefully this should be enough. 18, 20? Yeah, I think 20 is going to be enough. So what I'm going to do, because I kept some space here to add 2 more. I'm probably going to have 4 in the end. So I'm just going to... No, not like this. I held shift, and when you hold shift, it connects in front instead of on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just counting to know where the center is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 5, 6. So I'm just going to go this. This is not the center. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to bring it over here and put it in the large crate right here. So now it should be able to extract all of the items the moment that we start it. I'm just going to make it on always active. Same on this side, always active. And I'm going to put this one in input mode, or else it's not going to work. And now let's look at the reactors. So this one right here needs some steam. This one needs to produce steam. And the moment that I started putting these reactor coolant port, the blue one are input mode. So if I look into it now, you see it's full of water, but it has no steam. On the other side, you have these blue one, but if you... how is it again? You need a wrench, if I remember properly. I set up mine such a long while ago that I kind of forgot. So, how do I change them to output mode? Let me just do a quick search. I hope it's not a bad craft that I did. So yeah, the coolant port needs to be put in output mode. And it's not working. Maybe it's just that wrench that doesn't work. Let me try with the Certus quartz wrench. Okay, now I don't understand what's going on. I'm going to try and just putting one like this. So it connects across, and I'm going to put this one in extract always active. Let's start the reactor and see what's going on. So if I start the big reactor here like this, it's going to start producing steam. So you see it filled up the steam pretty quick, and now you see it says 77 millibucket per tick, but it's not true. This is the minimum value when this is full. Once we start extracting, it's going to make a lot more steam. It should be okay to create all of the steam that we want. So, and no, so this is extracting water. So that's not what we want because we don't want to put water in this reactor. So let me look again. I'm trying to remember what it was, how we set it to. It's not shift, it's not click. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to take a quick pause and go look back online because I don't know why I can't come up with this. So 1 second and I'll be right back. Well, for you, it won't even make a difference. See you in a quarter second. And I'm back. So now I'm really confused because I went to check online and it does say right here in the wiki, to switch between these modes, simply right-click the coolant port with a wrench or an empty end. So right-click, left-click, right-click with an empty end or a wrench. And I've tried this wrench and that wrench. So the only thing I can think of, which would be really dumb, is that I started it. So let's go stop it. I'm going to deactivate it, and I'm going to try again with an empty end. Or a wrench, or a wrench. So I don't know what's going on right now. I'm going to try one last thing. I'm going to break it like this, and I'm going to put them from the other side. But now I'm kind of locking myself into the big reactor. I should be taking damage. This should not be something that you can do. And I'm just going to break all of this glass so that I can get out. And I'm going to put these from this side again. And while the machine's not on, I'm going to try. Change. I am stumped. I might not be able to finish this machine. It must be something very obvious that I'm just missing. But I don't know what it is. So let's try one last time. And I'm clicking like crazy, but it's not working. The only thing I can think of right now, the only thing is that for whatever reason, because I've connected these, it won't let me do it. So let's just disconnect all of these. Like this, like that, and like that. And now that these are disconnected, if I look into here, is there any way to eject the steam and whatnot? So no, and even if you reform the structure, if you break, maybe if I remove the controller and I put it back on, no, the steam is still there and the water is still there, so I don't know. I really literally don't know. And I'm using reactor coolant port, 2 built-in mode, inlet and outlet, and it's not switching to outlet. Oh, I don't want this in my hand. So I really don't know. I'm really confused by this right now. Because this is how you do it. And that's how I've done it in my other worlds. And this is the reactor access port. And nope. These are nothing to do with this. Can I change these at least? I really don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to try one last thing, okay? I'm quickly going to create a drum. Let me craft a drum right now. Oh, not like this. Drum. Oh, I have one. So let me just take this drum. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to take the water out of it. I don't know how to take the steam out, but at least I'll take the water out. So fluid like this, and I'll just say extract. always, and this should empty the big reactor, and I'm not putting any more water in it. So let me just check, and yeah, it's emptying it. Perfect. So it has no more water in it. So my guess now, the reason I'm trying that is that I would say these no longer have water in them, so I should be able to change their types. And wrench, open hand, nothing. This wrench, nothing. What other wrench does this system have? I have, no, it's not maybe the Yeta wrench. I'm going to go craft the Yeta wrench quickly. Oh, I got myself stuck. Let's go make the Yeta wrench quickly. Yeta wrench, like this. Perfect, and I'll try this one, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to give up on this, and I'm going to hope that you guys come through. Ah, and it works with the Yeta wrench. So the open end thing did not work. I don't know why, but this works. So now we're able to finish this. So first, let's reconnect all of these. I need to put this in here. And the thing is, to reconnect those, because there's already water, it doesn't want to connect. But what you do is you put it and you wrench it back on. So this one goes right here, and I'm going to wrench it back on. This one right here, and I'm going to wrench it back on. This one came from here, and this one came. Oh, that's why you don't do all of them at the same time. Or, you can connect them all and disconnect them afterward. So perfect, this is done. I can turn the big reactor back on. Perfect. And now you do it the other way. And the same thing the other way. You don't want them to connect together because these conduits are the limiting factor. So you put one on and you say extract. And now that it's full of steam, you connect the second one. And you do the same thing. You turn it on. And then you connect the third one. And by doing them in a row like this, you're just making sure that none of them cross-connect. So perfect. All of these trees are good. I should have probably left one down to be able to move around, but I didn't think of that. So like this, out extract, like this, extract also. And finally, the last, oh, I'm missing one pipe. But I think that 500 millibucket is enough for now. So now this is still not working. So you go here and you make sure that the coil are engaged and you start it. And now it's going to start to ramp up. And it needs to ramp up to a certain speed to create the appropriate amount. So you see it's slowly turning from the steam, and it's going to turn faster and faster. And when you look at this right here, there's going to be a green zone around here, which means that it's using the best steam for power, and it's a safe number of RPM. But that's the mid zone that doesn't produce the max amount of power. And then up here, you have another level that is the max rate that we want to use. And you play with the steam being used. So, oh, see now, I'm doing the wrong thing. If you control click, you bring it down by 100 at a time. And I'm using too much steam right now. If I put it to 400, the big reactor on the other side should be producing enough steam to keep it full at all time. So 980 steam, which is using the 5 to go across. So we're putting 500 millibucket a tick. And why is this not filling with steam? I'm using 400 millibucket. If I go down, okay, so now it's filling with the numbers of millibucket, but you see the RPM's not going up that high. What is happening with this thing? I should be getting 500 millibucket a tick because I'm extracting from here and I'm extracting from here and I'm inputting like from, unless it's 50 each and I'm only getting 250. But I should be good with this. If I remember correctly, I only need about 240 millibucket to reach the max RPM. So this is still going up. While it's going up, I'm quickly going to craft the missing conduits that I have because I want to be able to put more steam into this. So conduit, and I want these conduit, and I'm just going to craft a couple of these. And I'm going to go and connect the last one. And this is a long episode again, but I told you this crafting, there's a lot of it, and there's a lot of machines to be crafted. And now I'm going to extract and always active. Perfect. So now I should be inputting, I thought I would be inputting 600, so I'm going to have to look into that. because you see now my steam is at 3,760 because I'm using 240. So I'm using it as it comes in, so this is never completely full. And if I go to 260, 270, 280, as long as this doesn't start going down, it means that I'm getting in as much as I'm putting in. And you see, so I'm really only getting 300 millibucket a tick. So now it's not stabilized, so I'll just let it refill, and I'll restabilize it at 300. So 300 is the maximum I can use. Oh, nope, not even. What's going on with this? Is this stopped? No, this is on, and it's crafting 350 millibucket per tick. Oh, it's not getting enough water in. How is it not getting enough water in? It's supposed to get 600 millibucket of water per tick. Oh, also missing one connection up here, so that might be why. Perfect. Let's check again, and it's not filling with water. So I'm just going to extract less steam because for whatever reason, these are really finicky. If you don't let them overfull with steam, they get into an issue where they're not producing the right amount of steam. Well, that's what it seems like to me. And I did a lot of testing with this, and one should have been enough. And now it's full on steam. So perfect. We're creating 240 millibucket of steam. Oh, that's why. Perfect. So this is our limiting factor. We're not making enough steam. And probably it's because I had tested with ender block and not with diamond block. And here we're using 240. So unfortunately, we're not going to the highest RPM. But this is still making 1.5 kilo RF per tick. So let's just go look at these machines, because now these are on and they're getting us plenty of resource. Well, 1 gold and 1 iron, not even 1 diamond. So this is not as great as I thought it would be, but if we had started it at the beginning of the episode, I'm sure we would be much farther along. So let's put these things aside and continue with the last machines that we had to make. So I'm going to put all... No. I'm going to keep my steel rapier because bad things happen when you don't have this. So the first of the 2 machines that you need to make... Oh, I put it in the bag. In the other bag? Yeah. So the first of the 2 machines that you need to make is the electrolyzer. The electrolyzer is going to split the water into oxygen and hydrogen. So I just want to make sure the fluid output hatch on this side, and we want it going down on this side because we're going to put the other machine right here. So fluid output hatch, one here, and this is the electrolyzer. Let's put it right here, and then we're going to need power and fluid input hatch. So on the other side, I need 1 fluid input hatch right here and 2 machine structure. So 2 machine structure. Did I put my machine structure away? Yeah, so my machine structures are probably back in my ME system. Machine structure. No. You know what? At this point, I just want to get this going. I'll make some more because these are cheap. So 2 more sets of machine structure, 1, 2. And let's just continue to build. Machine structure, and then we need the next level. And the next level is a coil. Oh, that's the one I forgot to craft, and there's a good reason for that. Is that this one, you can use any coil. So I wanted to see how much titanium I had left, because the titanium coil is the best one, and if I have enough to make these, yes. Oh, 1. Oops. 1? I thought I would be able to make 2. Oh, 16. Yeah, I'm going to be able to make 2, which is perfect. So we're going to get the fastest speed of this machine. Perfect. Let's put this here. And while we're waiting, let's put another mesh in. So the gravel line really did what we needed it to do. It got us all of the titanium and enough to make all of the craft that we needed, which is amazing because we have all of the fastest machine now. So this like that, and I get 2 titanium coil that I'm just going to put each side. And we're going to connect that machine immediately. Oh, it was only one. Okay, I'm a bit tired today. You can clearly see that. Let me just go and grab some more power conduit, energy conduit right here. And I'm out of redstone conductive iron. So iron, a stack, redstone, a stack, and let's just throw this in this machine, which is not going to work if I don't take out the dark steel. And I'm going to put these away. And while we're waiting for the conductive iron, let's craft the next machine. Oh, let's transform it first just to make sure that everything works. Where's the front? It's right here. Perfect. So see, this is a really nice looking machine. It's really cool. And we're going to need water here. So let's grab the infinite water source, put it here, and let's grab the liquid pipe and connect the liquid pipe. But now if I look in the machine, it's not going to be inputting any water. Oh, I can't look at it. I'm going to go the other way. You don't see if it has water or not. But trust me, it wasn't putting any water in until you do this. This is what seems to turn the machine on. So the next machine that we need to build is the chemical reactor, like so. And we want to put it in front of this. And the reason we want to put it in is like fluid. Oh, fluid output. No, sorry. It's going to be the next level. See, that's the annoying thing. It's on the second level. It's not like straight to straight connection. So we're going to put it one further away. Right here. Oh, no, that's too far. We're going to put it right here. Again, too far. I wish there was a pointer saying where we're putting them. Perfect. So we need one fluid output hatch right here. Fluid, no, these are the input. One fluid output hatch here. One machine structure there. We need an output hatch here. I'm guessing that there are some recipe that also has some mechanical output. Power right here, power right here, the other enhanced motor right here. And now let's look at the next level. And the next level is the chemical reactor right here, like this. And on the other side, the two fluid input hatch and the input hatch. So fluid, and the... I'm missing an input hatch. Wow. So my list was really not complete, and luckily for you, you'll have the complete list because I'm doing this after I'm adding the list after the fact, so you'll just be able to get everything that you need, and you won't have to derp around finding the right items. And okay, so that's the other one that was also a problem. Remember when I told you that in the precision assembler, I couldn't put other things than the copper coils? Well, in this one, you can't put something else than the basic motor. But it doesn't matter because it's easy to craft, and I'm just going to change the list and I'm going to put a note so you guys will have made the right motor. So I have enough. I just need the copper coil, 2 copper coil, and the motor. Perfect. And by now I should have my conductive iron. Yeah, perfect. So I'm also going to make my energy conduit, and we're going to be able to connect all of these. Energy conduits are right here. Let's craft as many of those as we can. So we have 30. That's going to be plenty enough. So let's go put the motor in right here, and we're going to be able to transform the machine. Perfect. So the whole craft is done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pass the cable through the ground again. So let me go in here like this, and the next one is going to go across like this. So 1, 2, 3, perfect. And I don't want this one right now. And we're just going to go across, and we should encounter some power cable at some point. Yeah. So I'm going to need to put some torch down because I don't want to have mobs spawning under my base. And I'm going to do another layer in a time lapse to clean all of this up. And this is probably my longest episode ever, but these machines are necessary to the progression, and I want to get them all in place in this episode. So this is connected, and we need to connect this one right here. So for this one right here, I'm going to remove this lever, and I'm going to put this lever on the other side for a very simple reason. I know that there's power right under here, so I'm just going to be able to go like this and take the power from there and bring it upstairs. My only worry is that I might not have enough power being sent down this way for all of the machine. But now I can turn this one on. Oh, sorry. Turn it on. And am I getting water? So if it's not doing anything, it means that it's not getting any water. The one thing that I didn't check is I didn't check if the liquid pipe was able to take from an infinite water source. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab this barrel quickly, this iron drum, and we're going to connect it. So I'm going to put a liquid pipe right here, going around like this, and I'm going to put the drum right here. And I'm just going to check if this is emptying. I should have checked before. 239, 239. So I'm not even sure that this is working right now. Nope, nothing went in. And now I'm really starting to wonder what's going on, because this is supposed to output, and I have a second drum. No? Yeah, I have a second drum that I put in this here. No? Yeah, I have my second drum right here. So I'm just going to do one quick experiment for you guys. And I'm going to put this drum right here. And this drum has 9,800, and this one has 239,000. And I'm going to put a lever down, and I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to see if it's extracting from this one to put into the other one. So yeah, it's extracting, and it's putting into this one. So technically, this should work. Let me just try this again and put a liquid pipe right here. No, a liquid pipe. The only thing I can think of is maybe because this was on the other side here. Yeah, that's it. So make sure that you connect it only on this one side, because it was turning it on here for extract and on here for extract. But now it's only inputting. So I can replace this with the infinite water source. So this is electrolyzing the water into oxygen here and hydrogen here. And now we need to do the same setup. We need to take these liquid pipe and go, and that's why I wanted to make them further across so it was easier to see. We want to do like this and across. And I'm not going to take any chance. I'm going to put a lever on this side to turn this one on, and one on that side to turn that one on. Probably could have put one in the middle for both of them, but I'm not taking any chance. So I'm getting my hydrogen in here, and I'm getting my oxygen in here. And now if I turn on this machine, ooh, and this one has noise. In here, I'm going to be crafting some fuel. But now it has a speed of 1 and a power of 1. Unfortunately, I can't make it more powerful, because as you saw, it wouldn't accept the second type of engine. And I'm getting some rocket fuel. I have 60 millibucket of rocket fuel. So the last thing I want to do to finish this episode is come right here, make one last drum, and this is going to be my fuel drum, and I'm going to make some bigger drums. It's just, I want to craft the easiest quick level to be able to put it down and start filling it with fuel, because then I can say that we have everything in place to go into space. So I'm going to put one liquid pipe right here, one drum right there. Again, going to do this, and this is going to be the... Can it not connect from that side? Is it that I need to have the lever here? These are a mystery to me. I really don't understand how they work. So if anyone has better information on how these pipes work, I would really appreciate knowing, because... Oh, and now it works. So, same DERP. Because the drum was right next to it, this was turning it on to extract from here and on to extract from there. But now we have fuel. And it's not a lot, and it's going to take a while to make some more, but at least we're in the process of making fuel and moving forward with these quests. So we have everything that we need. to be able to go into space other than the launch pad. And we're going to finish the longest episode of my career with crafting the rest of the things that we need. So we need a fueling station like this, which needs steel fan. So 2 steel fan because I want to make 2 fueling station, 1, and I'm out of machine structure again. So at least you guys will not have that derp and you'll have the right amount of machine structure in your list. I'll go right here, and now I'm going to need some iron plate, and I'm just going to craft a couple more iron plate, 32 to say the least, and put this in, and I'm going to craft 2 more set of those, and now I'm going to make the second fueling station. So I have the 2 fueling station, so I need the assembler now, I need the, the unmanned needs the rocket assembly, so what am I missing? Rocket assembly, I'm missing user interfaces. Wow, that's not what I was expecting to be missing. I need 2 of those, so 1, 2. And if I go here, so it was 7 user interface that we needed. Huh? Game? Is it because I don't have the right concrete? I hope that's all it is. Oh my god, I hope that's all it is. So let's make this concrete, and I have water, and I have buckets, so let's put this down, take whatever buckets in here, and let's make 16 concrete like this. And you know, this concrete is easier to make than the other one that I said in the beginning. It's just that I wanted to get rid of the slag. The slag was the reason I used the other one, because see, this one gave me 64 with 4 buckets. So now unmanned vehicle assembler, which needs a rocket assembly machine, and please be only, yeah, okay. So you need the real concrete, and I'm out of rods, it seems. Let's make 1 set of rod like this. This is not the most efficient set of rod, but I don't care. I just want to complete my craft. I'm closer than I've ever been to completing this craft. And this. And now if I look at the quest launch completed, we get a lifeblood crystal, and we get all of these possible things. And again, I'm going to take the loot chest, and let's get the lifeblood crystal, and 10 hearts. We finally unlock all of the 10 hearts back that the game can give you, which I'm super happy about. I'm throwing this all in here quickly, which is called a dump inventory cleanup, just because I want to go upstairs, open the loot chest, and call this episode over. And sorry guys that it was the longest episode ever, but it's like giving you a bonus because I hadn't done an episode in a while, and when I do a time lapse, usually I make the second episode right after. So first loot chest, armor, nope. Second loot chest, 30 cobblestone. Third loot chest, a stick and some cobweb. So on this, everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.